The fourth international conference on the Safe Schools Declaration is set to hold in Abuja between 25th to 27th of October. The Federal Ministry of Education made this known at a pre-event press briefing in Abuja on Monday, where the events slated for the conference were laid out to members of the press. Amadine Obewe has more on the report.
The fourth international conference on the Safe Schools Declaration is set to hold in Abuja between the 25th to 27th of October and is hosted by Nigeria, Argentina, Norway, Spain, and the African Union Commission. At a pre-event press briefing organized by the Federal Ministry of Education, the Minister Adamu, represented by the Permanent Secretary Sonny Echono, outlined the series of events in store as he gave a history of the declaration. He also spoke about the risks students in Nigeria were facing due to increased insecurity and kidnappings by bandits.
The Safe Schools Declaration, by way of information, is an intergovernmental political commitment by member states of the UN to better protect schools and universities, their students and staff during armed conflict, and to implement concrete measures to deter security forces from the use of schools, while making governments commit to strengthening monitoring and reporting of attacks on schools and education generally. The governments also commit to investigate and prosecute perpetrators of attacks on education and to provide assistance to the victims of such attacks. You will note that in our own particular scenario, the main and urgent challenge is that of attacks by bandits, kidnappers, and all forms of insurgents and all forms of miscreants who pose security threats and tend to endanger the lives of our kids in school.
Echono stated that there will be multiple panels to speak about the objectives of the declaration, including deterring military use of schools and universities during armed conflict.
This fourth international conference on Safe Schools Declaration will build on previous conferences by galvanizing support for the Safe Schools Declaration and monitoring UN member states' progress in carrying out these declarations' commitments to better protect learners and learning institutions. The conference will also serve to maintain and amplify momentum of the Safe Schools Declaration and its commitment to make safe education for all a reality.
This will be the first international conference on the Safe School Declaration to be held on the African continent at a time when education is becoming less safe for many. The Permanent Secretary urged journalists to share the information gleaned from the conference aimed at solving educational problems. Amadine Obewe, reporting for KAFTAN Television.